Hey guys, welcome back to Whitty's Gear Reviews. Now, here recently, there's no doubt we have discussed every part of EDC except for one thing. We've discussed our flashlights, right? Multiple different kinds, different functions. We discussed our everyday carries, multiple different knives, even fixed blade options, and we've talked about other things, multi-tools, right? We've also talked about ways to carry all this stuff. Whether it's fanny packs, backpacks, pouches, bags, you name it. We've talked about it. One thing we have not really reviewed anything is a timepiece. A watch. Now, I want to say this watch was sent to me by a company called Runmefit. At first, I was very skeptical because I do not wear a watch. I've got several G-Shocks. I've got an iWatch, and I'll wear them for a little bit, and then I take them off because to me, they're an inconvenience for what they offer. I've got my phone. I typically pull it out and use it, but then I have to pull it out in and out of my pocket. And most of them, to be honest, just aren't comfortable. I just don't like the way they feel, and there would have to be a trade-off. The watch would have to do a lot of things in order for me to be uncomfortable. Or if it's real comfortable but doesn't do anything, then I just assume not have it. But I want to talk to you about this. I've been wearing this watch for probably about 3 weeks now. And I do not wear watches. But I have been wearing this one. And I'm going to tell you why. One thing real quick is I've got another smartwatch that costs a lot more money. That's not my iWatch, and it has a button just like that. And when I'm left-handed, so when I flick my wrist up, it hits that button and it changes everything, throws everything off. It's constantly, as I'm working through the day, it's cut it on, cutting off, and that drives me nuts. So I don't wear it. But this is the Runmefit GTR3 smartwatch. And I'm going to tell you something for what this watch costs, which we'll get into that towards the end of the video. Like I said, I was skeptical. Kind of read a little bit about it before I agreed to have them send me one because I didn't think it was for me. And I'm not going to review something that I don't think is for me because then I'm just doing a commercial. I wanted to tell people how much I like something, as opposed to just telling you specs. Anybody could read you specs. You could read them for yourself. But I try to put my personal information into it. This watch, I'm ordering another one. I can tell you that now, a different one. They've got one with GPS. This one doesn't have GPS, but I'm buying the one with GPS because I've been so impressed with this watch. Let's get to talking. I am not a spec guy. I'm sure Runmefit wants me to go through all the specs. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tell you how much I like the watch, and I'm going to show you how it works compared with my phone. I'm going to show you what I know. I don't know everything about this watch yet. I'm still learning it as I go. But what I am going to do is tell you the things that I have noticed and how they fit in my EDC world. For one, just by looking at it, it is a well-made watch. I would say it's real close to Apple or the Galaxy watches, anything like that. I would guarantee you that if you picked one of these up and one of those, you would feel the weight and you'd feel the quality and you would know that you have a decent watch. I have not put any kind of screen protector on this or nothing. I'm wearing it. I'm raw dogging it with it, right? I'm just wearing it as it is. I will say this is the most comfortable watch band that I've ever had on a watch. It's made out of some kind of, like a foamy rubber. I don't know what it's made out of, but I love it. It's real comfortable to wear. One ingenuity on this watch that I don't have on any of my other watches, and it drives me nuts. How many times have you had your watch, you have it on, and next thing you know, you're walking around with your band sticking out like that, flapping in the air, catching on stuff, right? Most watches have what? They thought, well, one sucks, so let's add two That'll help even better. And what happens? They slide up here and you still have your little dangly flopping in the wind. This one, that's not going to happen to you. Why? Because they were smart enough to put that little knob in there that locks into these little holes and doesn't allow it to move. You can see it tugging on it right there. Unless you really pull on it or push. I push on the sides and it'll move. Because at first I'm like trying to pull on it. How do you get this thing off? I didn't want to break it. But if you push on the sides, you'll see it pop up there. Then you can pull it off. I have not had it come to where these were flopping the whole 3 weeks I've worn this watch. And I've worn it every day except for today. I forgot it at home, which is my fault. So some of the data is not going to be, you're not going to see today's data. You'll see other days. But it has I think that's an AMOLED display, durable battery life, which we'll get into, Bluetooth calling, sports and tracking, 24/7 heart rate monitoring, and sleep. And that's just the very beginning. Suitable for Google Watches, Apple Watches. All you got to do is hook that up. Now, I'm going to show you just on here. This is the face that I chose to take. Guys, I'm going to tell you, I've got a watch that's maybe 3 times as expensive as this one. And it's not my Apple Watch. My Apple Watch is way more expensive than this. But the readout, the display, the colors, the screen is the nicest one out of all my watches that I own as far as electronic watches. And I've got this thing set, I think it's for 5 seconds or something, because I don't want it popping on, staying on for a long period of time. I think it's 10 seconds, something like that. But I can see the date. Oh, I'm trying to SOS somebody. I can see the date, the day, the time, my heart rate, how many calories I burn, what my battery percent is on my phone, and down at the bottom, the weather. If I flip up, there's my notifications, all my text messages. I already know what they are, so I'm going to delete those. Here's all your activities. You've got your activities, which shows you what you're burning, steps, miles, whatever you did during the day. Then it breaks it off in this little calendar or graph. But like I said, guys, sorry, I did not wear it today, so you're not going to see that data. Now, if you'll see a little glitch. What you're seeing on the screen, you do not see that on this watch. So I've got to apologize in advance. You're not seeing it how I'm seeing it. It is crystal clear, no distortion. My other watch sits, I think, 3 times more than this one. What you're seeing is what I see with that watch. It glitches like that and it drives me nuts. And it's just certain ways you hold it, you'll just see it flashing. This does not do that. You're seeing it here, but it's not what you see with your eyes. It's crystal clear like this. There's no LED distortion as what you get when you're filming something that has like a LED readout. But you have your sports mode. You have sports records. You have your phone mode there. You have your heart rate. So look at that. There would be my heart rate if I was wearing the watch. But we have it off for now. But past week, there we go. Showing my heart rate. Stress level, I would have to put it on. I don't have it on. So your blood oxygen, it's going to show you that as well. It's measuring because I have my finger on it, but we don't need it to do that. Your respiratory rate, your sleep patterns, your MIA, your blood glucose, your blood pressure, breathe mode, METs, weather, notifications, event reminders, music, voice assist, more, and settings. Let's go up here real quick to weather. Oh, no. All right, so it must have updated on my phone, and that's another thing I like, which we'll get into. This watch does update quite a bit. It's like these people really want to work the kinks out, and it's like it just keeps getting better and better. I didn't wear it today, and seeing that it's not synced, that would mean to me that there is a update, which we're just going to go to the little app here. See that? The Runmefit app. We're going to click on that, and you should see it start syncing up on top. Right there. And see if we're up to date. Now we're up to date. Everything should pop up. Everything should be good. Now it's going to go through here. Click back on there. We'll go back to weather. And now I'm in Baytown, Texas. It's 53 degrees. We had a high of 62. Low of 53. Let's look at the weather update. I'm going to start getting, and I'm going to love those days. We're going to start getting some colder days down in the 40s. And guys, the part of Texas I'm in, we very seldom get in the 30s. That day, 42. Heck yeah, maybe we'll have a white Christmas after all. But shows you your sunrise, sunset, and pretty cool function. If you don't want to pull your phone out, you can look on your wrist. You start seeing clouds. Pull up the weather. Then we're going to go into music. You can play music through this if you want to. You can voice assist too, so you can tell it what you want it to do. I haven't really figured that out yet. I really don't want to talk to my watch, but I should have done it for at least a video. More, you got your timer, your stopwatch. Let's pull up a calculator. Got a little calculator on there. You got your alarm. This is one thing I do like. I can't tell you how many times I set my stupid phone down and I have to have my wife find it for me. Hold on. Now my watch has found my phone. I like that feature. Because, like I say, I'll set my phone down and half the time I have no clue where I put it. But this is one of the things that I thought was interesting. That little mode right there. All right. So that's a flashlight. You can see it shining. It's a red light mode. So you have a... Oh, I went off of it. Sorry about that. You have a low and a high, red light high, and then you have a flashing. You can see the red on the table. That's plenty enough that if you were at night, you could read something without throwing off your night vision. If it was dark outside, you could see it lighting up even on the white box, even on the table, enough to see something in front of you. Now, this thing doesn't have, like, I pick it up here, you can barely see it, right? It's not going to have tremendous throw. It's just so you could put your watch. Let me see here. Well, you can't see it as far as the throw. I can see it, how far it's throwing on that koozie, but you can't. But anyways, man, it's a cool watch. I've used a lot of these features, and I'm still, guys, you go in the settings, you go into display, you could change all this stuff. I kind of just went through and turned everything on because I'm not a, I'm a gear nerd, not a tech nerd. I don't know a lot about all the tech stuff. But you have all this stuff on there that you can go through your layers. You can change the way you want your icons to show up. I mean, you can just do whatever you want. So right now, you can change your vibrations, sounds. I mean, it has like a million sport modes on it. I'm going to use it for tracking miles and stuff like that when we're hiking. I wish I would have had it on the last trip, but it'll show your mileage on there. Now, let's get into, we see what the watch does on there, but man, the app's even cooler. If you go to here right now, my heart rate's showing 95 beats per minute. And if I was wearing the watch, blood oxygen 99%. This is just your health data that's going to show you here. Then exercise, that's almost like a GPS, guys. So I could walk around with my watch and it's going to tell me where I went, which is a cool feature. Then you go to your device, and this is where you get into all kinds of stuff, right? We're just going to show you right now, that's the face we're on. If we wanted to change it to say something more luxurious, there we go. Now we have that more of a Rolex style face with a standard clock or standard watch dial, right? And if we wanted to make it a little bit prettier, we can go to something like that. Or like that. That's a pretty cool one. I'm going to go back to the one I like to keep it on because it's the one that has the most information. All right, there we go. Now, just going to show you, and they're constantly dropping new ones on here, guys. These are the watch faces I have that I've downloaded, and most of these I'll show you. If you go to here, these are all the ones that cost, right? You could pay 99 cents to buy those watch faces. If you wanted something, and you could even customize it. But if you want to go here, simple. I'm going to keep scrolling. Those are all free. That one's free. Scroll through these. Those are free. 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 And free. So, let's say we wanted, you're a cat person. I saw a cat on here somewhere. There we go. We're a cat person. Now, seeing that I didn't have it saved to my phone, this is the first time I'm downloading it. It's going to go through this. And I think I just deleted the one I really like to put a cat on there. It'll only let you store so many. I think it's like 5. And boom. How cute. Now, I've got a kitty cat for... Fortunately, I got a kitty cat for a background because I just deleted my favorite one, I think. Yep, I did. That's okay. It's free. We'll put it back. Now that it's installing it again, because once you delete it, it forgets it. Then you have to install it again. But if you have them saved up to your watch faces, then you just press on it, it clicks between the two. So say you're running and you want to see this, but then you go to a business meeting and you want it to look like a Rolex, just press the other button and it changes it immediately. But it doesn't take that long if you're downloading it per se. Because the ones that are, if you go out of here and you go to my watch faces, right? These are all my watch faces. It lets you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm out jogging, going to a business meeting, want to look a little bit more business-like, boom. Then I'm going to track my calories on the way home and how many miles I've walked, boom, I'm back. Anyways, guys, that's it on that part, right? And you have your app center where these are all the things you could click on and off and take off your phone. Like women's health, that's pretty much going to show you menstrual cycles. I don't need that. So I have that clicked off, this. But each time you press on something, it'll tell you what it is. So you can decide if you want it or not. This is a time management app. So if you want a time management app, you could download that and it costs you nothing. I have everything turned on but those two. And if you don't want to use some of these, like if you're never going to use if you don't have a need for a calculator or world clock, for instance, you could turn that off. I keep them on. You could set reminders, change your device settings, notifications. Down here, you have your alarm clock, your weather, your contacts, goals, do not disturb, pictures. So if you're wearing this on your watch and you set your phone far away, or if you're wearing this on your wrist and you want to take a selfie, look, as soon as I went to watch mode, it pulled up my camera, and I just shook my wrist and it took a picture. So you don't have to press a button. You just turn your wrist like that. It'll snap a picture. But then you can go to your personal data. It'll show you any medals you received, if you set mileage that you want to go through a day, whatever. Guys, I'm going to tell it to you like this. I'm not a watch guy. Just never have been. I like watches. I think they're cool. I think there's a lot that I like to look at. I was given a Rolex a long time ago by a friend or a colleague for reaching a goal, and it's in my closet. It is in the box, in the bag, and has never been on my wrist. I've never sized it. Why? I don't want to mess that thing up. And I'm not a watch. I love watches. I love the fact that I have it and it was given to me, but I'll never wear it. I'm just not going to do it. A long time ago, when I was younger and got a big bonus, I bought myself a Breitling. I never knew what happened to that watch. I thought I lost it somewhere. My wife found it in a box that came out of a truck that I traded in when I was cleaning. I guess we were cleaning out the center console. And it was in a box that was in my garage for probably 5 years before she found it. I mean, I'm just not a watch guy, guys. You know, it's not about what watches you own or anything like that. But I will tell you, and I'm not bragging by no means. I was young and stupid, spent way more money than I should have on a watch that I was never going to wear. And then one was gifted to me, and, you know, it's sentimental, but I'm not going to wear it. But this I've been wearing. To me, it is a good EDC timepiece. What does it not do? Doesn't have GPS, and it doesn't text. I can't text out, but I can receive texts and read them all day long. Right here. It'll notify you. It'll buzz when you get one. It'll sound if you get one. Whatever you want. I have mine on vibrate because I don't want everybody hearing my wrist ding every 15 minutes. But I will tell you, for the money, this is the way to go. And guys, these aren't going to break the bank. Right now, this watch is $84. $84. There's no apps you have to buy. There's no service you have to buy. You buy the watch, you sync it to your phone. Done deal. $84. If you want to get the GTX3 GPS, which is almost the same as this, but it's got a cooler wristband, you're looking at $129. And if I'm not mistaken, yeah, $129 is the most expensive watch they have. But anyways, guys, and look, on their website, I'll leave a link in the description. But my phone's not downloading them all. But they have women's watches, men's watches, whatever you want. They even have ones that look more traditional, the square ones. Looking at $79. I mean, $64 with a leather strap. Guys, to me, I'm not trying to sell you nothing. I'm not going to make no money. They gave it to me for free and asked me if I would review it. And I really thought I was going to give it a negative review and say, man, it's glitchy, doesn't connect good, doesn't have a battery life. Let's talk about the battery life. I forgot about that. They say up to 14 days, but that's all based on use, guys. Don't say, oh man, this watch sucks because it didn't get 14 days. If you're checking your wrist every 5 seconds, you're getting a bunch of text messages, phone calls, alerts. You're checking the weather. You're going in there and playing on the calculator, checking your heart rate. Every time you do an activity, you're lowering your battery life expectancy, right? Just like a flashlight. The more times you turn it on, the less battery you got. If you turn down the lighting on this thing, I have no doubt that you could get 10 days easy. I have mine bright because I want to see it. I get a full work week out of this without having a single charge. And I don't have to charge it. But what I do is I wear it every day. As soon as I get home Friday, I take it off, throw it on my charger. It charges in, an hour? And I put it back on my wrist. So I went for a full 2 weeks of only taking it off for an hour to charge it. And it wasn't 100% dead, so it didn't take long to charge. So it's an hour it didn't collect any of my data. And I was sitting here waiting for it to charge. So, anyways, guys, let me know what you think. Still 3 ways to support the channel. Whitty's Gear, buy me a coffee, memberships. Do me a favor. Like, share, subscribe. Likes help. Comments really help. Leave me a comment. Do you like the watch? Would you never wear it because it's not an iWatch or a Galaxy or a Garmin? I can tell you the Garmin Phoenix that I want right now is $1,000. You know what I'm not ever going to have? That watch unless somebody gifts it to me. So if somebody wants to gift that to me, hey, I'd appreciate it. Or, hey, Garmin, if you're out there, I do watch reviews. Hook me up. Just kidding. This is something I think everybody can afford. And I don't think anybody's going to be mad at it if you gave them this for Christmas. I would be perfectly happy with it. I've asked my wife for the one with GPS for Christmas. That's, out of all the things I could get, that's what I want. This watch in GPS for Christmas. Anyways, guys, love y'all. See you on the next one.